Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here to bring you another exciting gameplay video. Now we're continuing on in our series of the D&D board game adventure system by Wizards of the Coast. We played one video before this. It was called A Day in the Life of a Hero, and it was into the box of Wrath of Ashardalon. And as you can see in the video, spoiler alert, if you've never seen it, go watch that before you see this video. But my hero, have failed miserably to the point it was probably like an hour and 20-minute long video, but I only encountered 2 monsters and I failed so badly. And the reason why I failed so badly though is the first game tile or dungeon tile I pulled was the horror chamber. So I had to set up the chamber, and then I had to encounter the boss out of the game right from the get-go, along with the large fire elemental. And from that point on, it was just a downhill battle where I just kind of was trying to play cat and mouse of me being the mouse and trying to run away from them. But I couldn't go any further until I beat the Dragon Lord, the Kobold Dragon Lord, but I didn't do it. And again, spoiler alert, I failed. As you can tell from my fancy sweater that I'm wearing here, it is Christmas time. So happy holidays to you and everyone, and every family watching this, and every family not watching this, from Board Game Maniacs. My wife made this ugly Christmas sweater for me because at work we were going to do ugly Christmas sweater day, so I had to have one, and she's really crafty, so she made me this. Pretty fancy. You can hear all the jingles. It's probably going over the audio right now, and it has the built-in lights and so forth, so a lot of fun. I couldn't sneak up on anybody with this because you can hear I sound like a cat with the bell around his neck, or her neck, whatever. In any case, so we're continuing on the board game. We are going to try the same scenario with the same character in the same box set, the Wrath of Ashardalon, to see if I can finally at least get closer than what I did before by just fighting 2 monsters. I want to fight more than 2 monsters. I want to try to get to the tunnel exit, so at least I can finish this game so I can go on to the next game. I'm not exactly sure what box set we're gonna play next, but again, some rules are house rules that I'm doing here, as well as there's some custom character cards that I made for some miniatures that I bought for the D&D game, as well as I mixed 4 box sets from the adventure board game system. Every one of them I mixed except for one, the Tomb of Annihilation, together, the monster card, the adventure cards, the treasure cards, the encounter cards, everything. I mixed them all together so to make it a little bit more difficult. And to top it, I'll have to make it even more difficult on top of that. Instead of getting 2 heal surge tokens, I only gave my character 1. So it's only able to fight that much more longer. And we're going to keep the same to see if it's going to reveal any better results, or it's going to be as bad or worse than what it was the last video. So we will see. We will see. So without further ado, have a seat, have a drink, have some popcorn, celebrate the festive holiday, whatever you want to do, and watch this battle in the dungeon in Wrath of Ashardalon. So we're all up to speed, just so I can show you again the adventure one. It's a solo mission, Wrath of Ashardalon by Wizards of the Coast, A Day in the Life of a Hero. So it's the exact same scenario that we're playing as the last video we did, where we take the dungeon tile stack, shuffle them together. We have the start tile at first, and we have the exit tunnel that we shuffled in the tile stack after 6 from the top, so the game don't end so soon. I got the different tombs, or chambers I should say, mixed in with the board too as well, just like last time. We had the same hero. There's nothing different than what we already played for the last video. Just hopefully it'll change differently. It'll last longer. Maybe we'll succeed. I don't know. We'll see. But one thing just to recap too as well is when I draw the tunnel exit, what I have to do is I have to place the Kobold Dragon Lord villain card, or figure, and the card. I gotta put the figure onto the exit tunnel so that I have to battle him before I can leave the dungeon. So we will see if I can actually succeed this time, because last time it was so horrible. It was a great fun game, it was fun to play, it was really fun to fail too as well. But at the same time it was horrible to lose, because I don't like losing. In any case, day in the life of a hero. That is the scenario from Wrath of Ashardalon from Wizards of the Coast that we're playing the second time around to see if it will be any different. So let's go to the dungeon and start killing. Well, start trying to find our way out. And we have Athrogate standing at the start tile. And on deployment, you can pretty much put your heroes anywhere adjacent to the stairs too as well. Everything else is the same. Still one surge token or healing surge token. We have the same boss, same cards too as well. The Cracker, the Whacker, the Double Strike, Morning Flurry, and Smash Device. So that is everything right there. So let's start exploring. I am going to stay exactly where I am. I'm going to explore this tile edge. So I reshuffled these, so hopefully, okay, good. So we didn't get the horrid chamber, so which is good. So this is a good start. So we're going to place this here. Now, remember, when you draw a dungeon tile, you have to place the arrow that is closest to the explored edge that you're doing. Now, the arrows can signify either one of two things. A white arrow is you're safe. A black arrow you have to draw an encounter card, which can cause a lot of problems. And also you see this burn mark right here. Now what this burn mark means is that whenever you see this on a tile, you have to place a monster there. So let's draw a monster card and see what monster we get to place there. There's our different cards that we have. Grab a monster card. And we have an air elemental. What is it with these elementals? The first game I had a fire elemental that completely destroyed because he was so powerful. I had a damage of 3 in this attack. And look at this guy. This here is a damage of 3. So lovely. So with this air elemental, he's got an armor class of 15, hit points are 3. If the air elemental is within 2 tiles of a hero, it attacks the furthest hero within 2 tiles with the blast of wind. After attack, pass the card to the player on the right. So I'm not going to do that because I'm the only player. Otherwise, the monster moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. And then you pass the card to the player on the right. But we're not doing that. But anyhow, this is what monster we had to contend with right off. And he's okay, he's an armor class of 15, but we already seen what happened when I fought the fire elemental. It was bad. There's a look at the air elemental miniature. See, it says in the bottom, air elemental. So yeah, warning, none of these minis are painted. Yes, I had this game for a little bit, but I just never had time to paint them because, as you can tell, there's lots of minis to paint because of all the different box sets. But anyhow, we take this air elemental and we place them right here on the burn mark. Now, I can't place him like that because he's on a wall. Because his base, well, if his base covers up 4 tiles, which they do, then it is a total 4 tiles. So now, with my hero, I never moved. I just explored. So I can still move. I can move and attack. I can attack and move. Whatever I want to do. I'm not sure what I want to do yet though, because I really don't want to fight him yet. I have to play like the Dwarf Battle Rager. He don't run from a fight. He's not going to run from a fight. He's going to go out and try to take the wind out of the sail of that air elemental. So he's going up. He's got a speed of 6, remember. So he's 1, 2. He's up there. That's his move. and now he can attack. And he's going to attack with the cracker. So with the cracker, if I hit, I'd put a -4 AC token next to that monster, so his armor class of 15 will go down to 11. So that's really good. And now I'm going to attack. I'm going to take my D20, and I got to roll, plus I add my bonus, and if it's higher than the 15, that means I successfully hit him. So let's see how lucky I am. I got a 9. So 9 plus 6 is 15. His armor class is 15, so it's just right on the button, so I was successful in tagging him, or hitting him, I should say. So therefore, he gets a -4 to his armor class, and he also gets 1 damage from him. So because of that, he's down to 2 hit points. And the way I'm going to keep track of that, I'm taking this 2, and I'm also putting it right there. You can see, so that's 2. So he got 2 hits. Now, so I've seen some people play that they put that down, and that's how many hit points they got left. I put that for how many hit points I took away from him. You can do whatever way you want. There's no big deal. It's still the same thing. So if I was doing it the other way, I'd put the 2 onto him, so which means he only got... I'd put the 1 on him instead, which means he only got 1 hit point left. But he's got 2 taken away from him. That's the way that I'm doing it right now. So I moved, and I attacked. I explored. I am done on my turn. It is on to the air elemental to attack me. Okay, so the red die for the air elemental. Let's roll it, and you got to add the bonus of +7, and it'll give me 3 damage if he gets me. 13 plus 7 is definitely over my armor class. I got a really bad feeling about this because this just sounds like last game I played. So anyhow, he did that. So according to this card, it's 3 damage I take. So I take 3 of my hit points here, like this, and this, and this. You know, some of the hit point tokens look different, and that's because they're from different of the box games. But anyhow, it still don't matter. I got that many left. I got 5 hit points left before I have to burn through a healing surge. It is on to my turn. Athrogate, the Dwarf Battle Ranger. Now, one thing that I didn't do that it says on my card there is I have the ability of Forceful Striker. Whenever you hit a monster with an attack, you can move that monster 1 square in any direction after all damage. So the thing is because where I'm at, I could push him back 1, but then I'm just going to have to move up to attack him again, which I'm planning on doing. So I didn't push him back. I just said, yep, I'm going to keep him there. So he's got a -4 to his AC. So right now, he's only 11 for his armor class. So chances are I'm going to hit him. So I'm also going to stick with the cracker and try to hit him again. I'll gotta take just 1 more hit and he's done. So there's my D20. I got a 10 plus my 6, which is 16, which is above his armor class of 11 right now because he has a -4 to it. And now if he was able to absorb another hit and not die, then that would just give him another -4 penalty to his armor class. But in this case, guess what, Air Elemental? I took the wind out of your sails. That was a good feeling. That was a great feeling, actually. So, you wonder if you've ever played this game, like what happens after you beat one of the enemies? Well, you notice at the bottom of the card, it has an experience number. So you keep this card as a reference for how many experience points. Now, you can collect a certain amount of experience points. I can't recall how many. I'm thinking it's 20. Or no, not 25, I think. And then after that, then you could sell the cards to take them experience points to heal yourself 1 wound if you want. And I'm going to check into that because if so, then that would be great because I'm going to definitely kill another monster, get enough experience points so that I can heal myself 1. A rules correction, well, it's not really a rules correction, but something that I thought was right is actually wrong. For the experience points that you get for attacking monsters and successfully slaying them, you keep this in a pile. And what that means is that later on you can use experience points to stop an encounter card from happening, or also to spend to level up if you roll a natural 20. So just to reiterate on that a little bit better, is on this here you can see the white arrow. If it was a black arrow, it would mean that I would have to draw an encounter card, and that encounter card would trigger something to happen. If I have 5 experience points, so as many monster cards as I have to total 5. Now, if I don't have enough, or if I have more than enough in my experience pool, just say that I had two monster cards, and both of them were experience level 4. So I couldn't just like say, okay, well then you owe me 3 experience. It's all or nothing. So I would lose that extra experience, but I would stop the encounter from triggering. And again, you can go up, you can use 5 experience points, and you can level up to your 2nd level of your character. You can't spend 5 experience points to heal 1 wound token. I thought you could do that. It might be in one of the other box sets, but for this Wrath of Ashardalon, it don't say that into it, that I can't find in the rule book. So we're going to stick with that right now. So right now in my experience pool, I have 4 experience points, and that is it. So it's on to our hero's turn again. What shall we do? Shall we keep going ahead, or should we go around and go that way? You remember, the black is impassable. They're walls, so you can't go through walls, because my character can't do that. I think that Athergate is just going to keep pushing forward. So again, his speed is 6, so he's going to go up 1, 2, 3, and now he's at the edge, so he's going to grab a dungeon tile and explore to see what else he has. Now, another thing too as well, I noticed in here that if one of these tiles, say it's a hallway, then you automatically can see another tile down from there, and it don't cost you like an action, or you don't have to even be on the unexplored edge. It'll just let you do it. But anyhow, this is what we have. We have a corner, and there's no encounter card, thank goodness, but there is a monster mark. So we take this and we place it right here, because it has to go on the edge. So you can see that this is starting to build up. Nothing is there on this side yet, but there's only one way we can go. So I explored, before I go any further with my move, I have to draw another monster card, place the monster, and then continue on, decide if I want to move more or stay where I am. And my monster deck, again, you're saying, hey, this card looks different. It's got like a white edge onto it. The reason why is, like I said into the intro and in the other game, I have created some other monster cards according to like 5th edition rules from D&D and 4th edition and so forth. And I made some monsters, and I bought some of the figurines or miniatures from other packages so that we could play. But I'm not going to touch that one, because the ones I made are pretty nasty, and if this is one of the really nasty ones, I'm going to be in trouble, and there's no way I can do it. So I'm just going to grab one from the game. This one here. You can see here that these are painted figures, and these are all from Dungeons and Dragons. But I bought this in other like standalone box sets of miniatures, the evil miniatures and monster miniatures, so forth. So you can see we have some pretty nasty monsters that I can encounter by my homemade cards, which I'm not going to pull yet. Let's see what that monster card is that I just drew. The card that I drew is an Empowered Air Cultist. It's a human cultist, armor class of 14, hit points of 2. So he's not that bad, but he's bad enough, and got 3 experience points. If the Empowered Air Cultist is within 1 tile of a hero, it attacks the closest hero with a blinding crossbow. Otherwise, the monster moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. So that is who I'm going to fight next, potentially, or run away. There's the miniature for the game. Oh, the Air Cultist miniature for the game. One thing I have to say about Wizards of the Coast is these miniatures are really nice. Like, I like them. They got some pretty cool detail into them. I can see that, they pop out from painting them, which, maybe I'll get the painting. I don't know. Don't criticize me because I'm playing with unpainted miniatures. It's not fair. Anyhow, he goes right there on the burn mark. So he moved, and he explored. But the thing is he never completely finished his movement. So if I want to, I can continue my movement on so that I can go up and attack him or run away. One thing I forgot to mention there is you can see with his attack, it's a +5 he gets to his attack bonus. And if he hits you, he damages for 2. And look at little tiny 5 print there, it says, and gains disadvantage. Disadvantage is a condition marker. You can see on the back here it says condition marker. But what that means is any monster that has something like this, or even traps can have this, encounters can have it, and so forth. There's more than just disadvantage. You can get other condition markers, but with this disadvantage, what that says is the next time you make an attack, roll the die twice and use the lower result. Then discard this token. So if he hits me, he's going to give me disadvantage if he hits me. And then that can be detrimental for sure, but that's what it means by he gains disadvantage. It is a condition marker. My hero has some more movement left, so he's going to continue moving. That's up to 5. He got a speed of 6, but he's moving there, and then he's going to attack the empowered air cultist to see if he can hit him. I'm going to take my d20 and roll, and I am declaring I am attacking him with my cracker again. So I can attack one adjacent monster, and if I successfully hit him, it's a -4 to his AC, just like the other monster, the air elemental that I just beat. I'm lost for words here. So let's see if I can hit him or not. So he's got an armor class of 14. He's got no inhibitors onto him right now, but let's see if I can get +14. I got 13, and it's a +6 to my attack, so I definitely hit him. So guess what? You get a -4. You air cultist, you gets a -4, and he also gets 1 damage taken off from him. So therefore, he's only down to 1 more hit point. And there's the marker that he's down 1 more hit point. So now it is the air cultist's turn to attack back. Now, with this here, I couldn't push him back. Or no, because my force strike I can push him back, but it don't really matter if I push him back or not, because with the air cultist, what he does is he attacks the closest hero with the binding crossbow. So even, and it's 1 tile away, not 1 square away. So even if I push him back 1 square, it's not going to make a difference. But anyhow, it is his turn to attack me. So let's see what he could do here. Oh, he's got a 19. That wasn't good because he definitely hit me. And he takes 2. He knocks me down 2 hit points, and I also gain disadvantage, which is not good. So I lose 2 hit points. I also gain disadvantage. So disadvantage, I already just went over that very shortly. So when I attack, I gotta roll the die twice and take the lower one. But he's got a -4 AC on him, so that may still save me. We'll see. I'm going to attack him with my cracker again. My d20. Now remember, he's down -4 AC, so he's only got an AC, an armor class of 10 instead of 14. Oh, I only rolled a 1. Oh. But the thing is, I gotta roll twice and take the lower, but you can't get lower than 1, so guess what? That's my disadvantage, so I just missed him, and I lose a disadvantage condition marker. But I attacked, so now I can move, which should probably make sense if I can try to go away from the air cultist. I think that's what I might do, is try to go away so he's out of range for me. Before I go on any further, I didn't mention it into the last game because I was kind of a little overwhelmed with trying to fight them 2 guys, but I did show the sequence of play and sequence play, exploration phase, villain phase, and so forth too as well. Now we're kind of not following, again, this is kind of house rule just a little bit. I tweaked it a bit, But if you were playing by specifically in the book, on your turn, complete these phases in this order. So your hero phase is where you can move. You can double move, you can move and attack, or you can attack and move. But you can't explore an edge of a tile until you get to your exploration phase. And then it's your villain phase. So pretty much just to simplify and clarify that. So now where I'm here, and this is for my hero phase, I can attack and then move. I can move and move, or I can move and attack. But I can't move to here and then flip a tile, because that's part of the exploration phase. I have to do all of my hero phase stuff first. But because this is house ruled a little bit, what I did, like right here when I first started and I was here, I said I'm going to explore. So then I explored, and then I could move if I wanted to. But according to like the sequence of play and everything, you have to do it in order. So if you started, just say hypothetically I started here for my hero phase. So my hero phase, I can't say, okay, I'm going to explore and then move on to the tile, because technically that would be wrong. I would only be able to stay here and do the exploration phase, but do nothing else, and then the villain phase comes. So again, this is a house rule that I did. I found that it makes the gameplay for when I'm playing in a large group to go by a little faster. Not saying it's right, it's just this is what we did for house rules. But to follow the rules, specifically how they're written, you can't do an exploration and then move. You have to do your hero phase first, and then your exploration phase, and then your villain phase. So that's just a clarification on the house rules and what you're doing, just to let you know. Back to the game. Our hero, he never moved yet. He's still in his hero phase. Technically I could move here and then explore by house rules, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just move back. And then if I'm by an explored edge, then it's exploration phase. So I guess from this point forward, moving on, just so that nobody is confused, if they never bought this game before and they're interested in buying it, or they bought it and they don't know how to play it, I should technically play by the rules written for that part, just so you get used to the way that the phases go and so forth. So this is totally my bad for wanting to do it the house rule way, but we're not going to do the house rule way for this part. We are going to stick with the sequence of play, which is right here. The hero phase first, exploration phase, and then the villain phase. So again, we will go with that. I kind of switched the way I'm going to do this mid-game. Not mid-game, because we just started anyhow, so it didn't really make much of an impact onto the game. So from this point on, there's not doing exploration or anything. It's just we have to go that way. So I'm just going to move my hero back, because I never moved yet. I got a speed of 6. So he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which leaves him a tile away from him. So because of that, I don't think the air cultist is going to be able to attack me, because he has to be within 1 tile of the hero. That ends the hero phase for the our hero, Athergate. So because of that, he is not on an explored edge. So like this is an explored edge, that's an explored edge, that is an explored edge. This is not, because it is blocked by a wall. So because I ended my turn now, we skip the exploration phase and we go to the villain phase. And the empowered air cultist, if the empowered air cultist is within 1 tile of the hero, it attacks the closest hero with a blinding crossbow bolt. Otherwise, the monster moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. So because of that, he is not within 1 tile. He's kind of 2 tiles away. So he can't attack me. So what he does is he just moves 1 tile. So what I mean by 1 tile is these are squares. I said it into the last gameplay that I shot. In the book, it specifically states the difference between tiles and squares. So the little things are squares, and these are tiles, dungeon tiles. So the monster gets to move 1 tile closest to the hero. So he can't go here because he's jumping the tiles and squares. So he can only go here. Right here he can go. So again, just to show you, he goes from here to here because that's the next tile. He has to go on the first square to the next tile. And these things just follow him. Just like that. And that ends the monster phase or villain phase, whatever you want to call it. On to the heroes phase. Now, I have a choice. I can move up and attack the air cultist again, or I can choose to move here, and on the exploration phase I can explore one of these edges, flip another tile over, which will, it's 100% that will reveal a new monster and maybe an encounter. And I don't know if I want to do that yet. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go up and try to hit that air cultist and kill him, because he only has one more hit point left. And he's down to 10 for his armor class. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move up and I'm going to attack him with my cracker again. And we're going to see what happens. So let's move up. So speed of 6, can move up to here. And then I'm going to attack him with my cracker. Now, another thing, I don't know if I said this or not, but because there's specific things that the hero can do, such as this. So for the hero phase, perform one of the following actions: move and then attack. You can attack and then move, or you can move 2 moves. So you can't move a little bit, attack, and then move again. You know, you can't do that. So if he has a power or a speed of 6. He can't take the rest after going here if he kills him or not. You just lose the rest of your movement counters, or the amount of movement you can move to as well. I don't know what it's called. My mind is just mush. No, I'm joking. Anyhow, yeah, so I move here, I'm going to attack. And that's what I'm going to do, and I'm attacking with my cracker. D10, all I need to get is a 10 or higher. And I get a 14. 14. So that means he gets hit and he is dead. So I just, I just got him. I hit him with my cracker and he's down. So because of that, let's just take him off the board. Because if we get another air cultist card, then we have him. But we got 3 of each anyhow. So I'm going to take these out of the way because I don't need them there anymore. And also on top of that, where he get hit, I take the card for the experience. So that's 3 experience. So right now, I have a total that is more than 5, obviously. So 4 plus 3 is 7. I know, I can add. I can add, yes. So if I roll a natural 20 on an attack, I can level my character up. Or if an encounter card happens that before I even flip it over though, that's kind of like the killer. Is if I draw a tile that has a black arrow onto it, and I don't want that encounter to happen, I can spend my experience to stop it before you can flip it over. Because that's the only way, because you can't flip it over and then say, you know what, it seems too hard, I'm not going to do it, or that's simple, I'm not going to spend my experience. You have to decide before you flip over the encounter card if you want to stop it or not by selling your 5 experience points. So that's the end of my hero phase, because I was successful in slaying the air cultists. Then it's on to the exploration phase, which I am not anywhere near an edge of a tile. So it goes on to the villain phase. There's no villains on the board, so it goes back on to the hero phase where I can move. Now I can double move if I want, and then that's it, and that's probably the logical thing to do. Now, you can change these rules up to make this a little bit more difficult or easier for you by playing any game, no matter if it's not a D&D board game or what have you. Now, with BoardGameManiacs, when I play the Saturday night game night, to make things a little more difficult, what we chose was if the hero can't get to an explored edge to do an exploration on his turn, he automatically draws an encounter card. And that encounter card happens and he can't cancel with his experience points. So that just makes it a little bit more harder too as well. But we are on to the hero phase right now, and it's a move with speed of 6. So let's see if I can go up to the edge. So he's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, he can definitely just go to 4. And that ends his hero phase because he can't do any more attack. Can't do attack, there's nothing there. And you can't move anymore because with the sequence of play, you do your hero phase and then your exploration phase. You can't do part of your hero phase, exploration phase, and hero phase again. You have to do them in order. So I'm going to explore the edge of this dungeon right now. Another tile. Whew. White arrow, which is good because that means that we're not encountering an encounter card. So I just place that down. Just like so. But we have to draw a monster card. And again, I'm being a little bit of a dwarf chicken here because I don't want to draw one of my homemade cards right now. So the monster card we have now is Earth Elemental. Like, I shuffle these cards really well and I keep on getting elementals for some reason. I don't know why. So he has an armor class of 15, hit points of 4. 4 hit points. He's a little tougher there. He gets 4 experience points if I kill him. Or I get 4 experience points, which is good. He's a little tougher monster. If the Earth Elemental is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a slam. After attack, pass this card on to the player to your right. Otherwise, the monster moves 1 tile towards the closest hero, and then after move, you pass this card. Yeah, just like the other ones. His attack bonus is +8. Damage is 3, and move the hero 1 tile. Ooh. So don't say what direction move if it's further away or anyhow, it's going to be just 1 tile you move the hero. But that's what we're fighting now is the Earth Elemental or running away. We'll see. There's a look at the Earth Elemental. And it looks like he's made of like rocks. So he has a harder exterior for sure. But let's place him there. So again, he can't attack him. My hero can't attack him now because we're going by the sequence of play. We did our hero phase, then we did our exploration phase. Now it is the monsters phase. So he's going to get the first crack at me. And I am within 1 tile from the hero, so he moves adjacent to me. So if I move him here, he's still on the same tile. So that really, he has to move adjacent to me. So he moves the tile, like right there. And he's going to attack me now. So he gets a +8. So I better roll really, really low here so that it don't touch me because I'm going to burn my healing surge already. He gets a 6. So 6 + 8 is what? 6 + 8. Come on, do the math. Do the math. I know what it is. I want you to know what it is. Or figure it out. Really, you don't know what it is? Really? 8 + 4. Is what? 12. And then 2 more is 14. I know you know. I know what I know it too, but you know, just making this video go a little longer. Anyhow, so he gets 14. So, and my armor class is 14. From where he scored a 14 and my armor class is a 14, that just means that he successfully hit me. So because he hit me, I take 3 damage and he moves the hero 1 tile. So I got 3 hit points left. So then I'm down, and I'm down. So I got no more health left, no more hit points. And he also moves me a tile. So I can't go that way because there's a wall. So I'm gonna have to go this way because he hits me and pushes me. Oh, that's not good. Because that just means that I have to use my healing surge. And this game, again, I'm killing more monsters this one than I did last because I never killed any last game. But I'm also not getting very far. So this is gonna be fun. I wish I could spend experience points to gain hit points back, but it don't say that. I have to do what it says in the book. So, yeah. Anyhow, that is the turn of the monster. He hit me successfully and hurt me really bad. It's back to the hero's phase and bye healing surge. Goodbye. So I was down to 0 hit points, and I had to spend this to go back up to only 4, which is half of my hit points. So 4 is better than none. We seen this happen last game, and we know what happened after that. So hopefully, just hopefully, it's going to be a little better for me. So I got 4 hit points again, and it is the hero's phase, so I can move and attack, double move, or attack and then move. And I'm adjacent to him, even though he's on a different tile. I am adjacent to him, so I can attack him, and then I can move. Which I'm probably going to do. I'm going to hit him, and then try to get it there to see what happens, because he's going to hurt me. So I'm going to use my cracker again, roll d20. Hopefully I'll hit him, because I'm going to use my forceful striker and push him back, I think. And no, I get a 3. 3 plus 6 is definitely not enough for his armor class of 15 to even touch him. I just hit him, and he just looks at me, and, you know, I start crumbling and crying because I can't do nothing to him. So I attacked him. It failed, so now I'm going to try to run away. Very far away. So for my move action part, I'm going to move my speed of 6. So he's going to go bye-bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But he's going to turn there. And that ends the hero phase. I can't do an exploration phase because I'm not on any edge. But the thing is I don't want to be on any edge, because where I was right here, if I said I'm going to run this way, 1, 2, and stay here, I can't move, or even here, I won't be able to move anymore. But I can explore, I'm going to explore the edge, because on the edge, flip a tile, which is going to reveal another monster, so I'll have 2 monsters coming at me instead of 1, and I don't want that. So I'm done in my hero phase. Exploration phase, I can't do nothing. I'm staying where I am, so it's on to the monster phase, which is this guy's turn right here, the Earth Elemental. And again, he's within 1 tile of the hero. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with the slam. So he is within 1 tile. So he's here, this is 1 tile away. So he's going to go, he jumps and he lands right there. Oh boy. And he was going to attack me. I seem to roll really good for the monsters. So he's going to attack me with his slam, and it is a +8. So, got my die. Oh, he only rolled a 1. This is awesome. So anybody who played D&D, the role-playing part, if a monster rolls a 1, then you have to roll on the critical damage to see what he does to himself. But it don't have anything here for critical damage, unfortunately, so he just don't hit me. Which, you know what? I'm happy with that, because I'm still alive anyhow. I totally forgot a main thing that happens when you defeat a monster, when a hero defeats a monster. Every time I play this game, I always forget to do this, as well as other people that play it with me. And what I forget is every time you defeat a monster, you pick a treasure card. So, moving on from there, and just to go back a little bit, because I want my treasure. I'm a dwarf, and I'm greedy. So, I killed 2 monsters already, you can see right there. So I'm going to get 2 treasure cards to draw from, and see if maybe I can get something that's going to help me with armor, or help me to give me some extra hit points, or what have you. But let's see what treasure cards I'm going to have. I got to remember from this point on to always remember to draw treasure cards. And there's my treasure cards. I got 2 stacks of them, just so they don't fall over. That's why I got these cards all separated. So let's draw the first treasure and see what it is. Oh, a pouch of copper. It's a heavy pouch. Play immediately. Gain 100 gold pieces. Nice. So this is going to help me, because during the in-betweens of my solo missions, I may be able to buy some stuff, because I'm going to have gold. So there's treasure number 1. Let's grab it from this one and see what happens. Treasure number 2. Give me something good. 100 gold pieces. So I have a total of 200 gold pieces now. 200 more gold than what I had. I was hoping to get something better, like equipment or something, but no. I had 200 gold pieces, but that's not bad. I'm happy with that. So there's my 200 gold. I'm going to put them in right here. Now, also too as well is you can sell some equipment cards and everything that you got to get more gold if you want. You can sell different things to gain more gold so you can buy more equipment afterwards. It's this game, like I said, I play it, I forget some things, yes, but all in all, I thoroughly enjoy playing this game because they did a great job of making this, and I'm a big fan of D&D to start with. Great job, Wizards of the Coast. Great job. But anyhow, back to my hero turn and its hero phase. So, should I just do a double run and try to run away from him because I only got 4 hit points left? Or should I just say, hey, I'm attacking you, and that's it? I might just use my double strike and try to hit him, but it'll be 2 damage from his hit points of 4. I don't know. I know I said before that I'm a dwarf and they don't run away, but you know what? This dwarf is a little smart. So he may just, run away. Because I don't think I want to fight him anymore right now until I see what happens. So I think I'm just going to double run and go here maybe or here and explore another edge. I'm not going to double run. I'm just going to run once because I don't want to get hit. So he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's at an explored edge, so he can explore another dungeon tile. So remember, it's anything after the 6th tile is the tunnel escape, and right now we only flipped over 3 tiles. Yeah, 3 tiles. And I'm already had to use my healing surge token. Anyhow, I'm done with my hero phase. Now I'm going to do an exploration phase. So I flip over a tile and see what it brings me. So the tile stack, I drew one, and it is, it's going to go that way because of the white arrow. It's a door dungeon tile stack. So I want to say it's a door because this here signifies a door right here. So what a door dungeon tile means is obviously you place it down where you're supposed to. The arrow goes to the unexplored edge that your hero is, and then you're going to take a door token and you're going to place it on here, and it's going to be a locked door. And what that is, if a hero is within 1 square away from the door, then he can try to open the door. There's 3 types of doors. There's an unlocked door, a trapped door, or a trap, whatever you want to call it, and a locked door. So pretty much what you do is when a hero is on a square, close to the door and he wants to open it, then you're going to flip over the door token, and it's going to tell you what it is. What unlocked doors, when you reveal an unlocked door, discard the closed door token. The trap door is when you reveal a trap door, each hero adjacent to the closest door token immediately takes 1 damage, and then you discard the closed door token. And if it's locked, when you reveal a locked door, place the face-up token back on the dungeon tile. While a hero is adjacent to the locked door, he or she can attempt to unlock the door instead of attacking. I'm just reading this in the books too as well, just so you can hear it. If you roll a 10 or higher, you unlock the door, discard the closed door token. So yeah, that's how you do it. So you got to be on a square that is adjacent to the door, and then you're going to flip the door token over, and depending on what type of door it is, 1 of 3, you're going to do what it tells you to do. Hopefully it's not going to be a trap if I'm close to it, because that's just going to mean that I'm going to take 1 damage. So anyhow, moving on, we are going to place that there. And I'm going to grab my door tokens, and we're going to shake them up and grab one randomly. This is my cup with my door tokens, so I'm just going to shake them up here. I'm going to grab one random one. So that's what it looks like. It's a locked door, and we take it and we place it right there so it is locked, and I can go that way to try to flank the monster or what have you. I'm already down like severely with my health because I only have 4 left. I'm not gonna try to unlock that. Forget it. So anyhow, I'm done with my hero phase. I did my exploration phase. White arrow, so I'm safe. No encounter card. Now it is on to the monsters phase. And the hero is nowhere near me. Not the hero. The monster, the earth elemental, is nowhere near me. So because of that, he only can move one tile towards the closest hero. That's it. So if you see here, you go this way, and then he's locked, and go this way, this way. So really it's 1, 2, 3 tiles, and it is 1, 2. So it's shorter distance this way here. So he has to go one tile closer to the hero. So again, squares and tiles, he's right there. So he's still at a distance from me. So that may save me from where I ran away. Oh, I hate running away. The dwarf hates running away. But he had to. On to the hero phase. Whoops! Before we go on to the hero phase, there's a scorch mark on the tile we drew, so we have to draw a monster tile to grab another monster, and watch be another elemental here, and it's going to be horrible. No, it's an empowered water cultist. He's okay. He's kind of tough though. He got 14 armor class, 3 hit points. If the empowered water cultist is within one tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks the hero with a coral sword. Otherwise, the monster moves one tile towards the closest hero. His attack bonus is a +8. His damage is 2 and moves the hero one tile. It's 4 experience if I kill him. So he's going down here with the rest of my other monster. I'm going to find his miniature, which I had them all kind of somewhat lined up. He's got his coral sword and shield. So that's him right there. Get a little more better focus so you can see them, because they're great looking miniatures. There you go. So that is the empowered water cultist human. He goes right there. So I already moved him for the villain phase, and I already control him too as well because I'm the only hero. So he has to go too as well. So he's going to probably get a pot shot at me too. Very simple. So what he does is, again, just so I can reread this, if the cult is within one tile, which he is, he moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks the hero with the coral sword. Lovely. So he goes, I see you. And he goes up there, and now he's going to attack me. So my armor class is 14, and his is a +8. So hopefully I'm going to roll low for this. Please roll low. A 1. A 1. You did nothing. Nothing. You never touched me. Ha ha. That was total luck. Right there, that was total luck. So now it's back onto the hero phase. So for the hero phase, he's got the hit points of 3. Now I can try to attack him, get him for 1 hit point and drop his AC down to 4. I can use my whacker attack, and I can just damage him for 1. Oh. See, if I just keep running, what's probably going to happen is they're just going to keep piling up. And if I go up to an unexplored edge, and then for my exploration phase, I flip over another, and there's going to be another monster, and it could be an encounter card that happens. So that wouldn't be wise to do. So I'm either going to attack, or I'm going to move and try my luck at that locked door. Oh boy, the choices. I really don't want to fight these guys yet. Again, I said I don't want to run away, but I'm not looking too good. You know, I'm going to try my luck at the door. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3. I'm adjacent, and then I flip it over. Oh boy. It is locked. Okay. So, and what it says in the book for locked: when I reveal a locked door, place the face-up token back on the dungeon tile. While a hero is adjacent to the locked door, I can attempt to roll to unlock it, and I have to get a 10 or higher. If not, it stays locked, and I can't move any further. So, let's give me a 10 plus, baby. 5. So it's still locked. So I'm just trapped. I can't do anything else, and I'm not. on an edge for exploration, so it goes to the villain phase. So these two guys are going to try to attack me in some way. So let's see what happens. I'm really scared now. So the cultist, the water cultist, moved up because he was there and he moved up. So he's adjacent to me. He's going to attack. And again, maybe I'll get lucky and he's going to roll one again. Maybe. 5. So 5 and 8. Is it more than 14? I don't think so. Haha! Well, the air cultist failed, so he don't push you back, he don't hit me, but the earth elemental can move. So this line here signifies it's another tile. So he's not within range because he can only go up within one tile from me, but I'm away from him. So he just moves closer by one tile right here. And that's the end of his turn, so it's back to the hero phase. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to try to unlock that door. Don't count as an action. So I'm just going to roll. I got to get a 10 plus, and I get a 7. So that door is unlocked. It is still locked. I can't unlock it. I'm a horrible lock picker. That's for sure. Well, dwarves, they're short. They got stubby hands. Of course, they can't really finesse a lock. So you know what? I think it's just all or nothing. I'm not going to explore an edge. I'm going to fight that air cultist, or the water cultist, I should say. So I'm going to attack him with my cracker. So maybe I'll get a -4 to him. So I take it. I have to get his 14 or higher on this, or plus my bonus of 6 to get 14 or higher. So I get 4. Plus 6 is definitely not enough, so I don't do nothing to him. I should have chose double strike, but I don't want to use them yet because I don't want to burn through all my cards. So anyhow, I missed him. So I attacked, and I failed the attack. But I never moved yet. So it's all or nothing, baby. That's it. So I'm going to move 1. That ends my turn. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then he's going to go to attack me, and he's got more of a powerful attack against me if I move down here. Because he's already in this tile now. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw a tile for an explorer. That's my move. I'm done on my hero phase. So next, it is on to the exploration phase, which is right here. I'm going to grab a tile, and oh lovely, I got an encounter and a monster. So I place this right here. So you see, that's an encounter card because it got the black arrow. So I can either choose to take the encounter card, or I can spend 5 experience points and stop the encounter from going off right now. And that's what I'm doing. I don't want the encounter, but I still get a monster too as well. So before I go any further, I'm going to take my 2 cards, a 4 and a 3. It's more than 5, it's a waste, but you know what? I'm selling them so that I can stop the encounter from happening, but I still get a monster. The monster card I drew is an Earth Cultist. So this Earth Cultist, its armor class of 16, hit points of 2. If the cultist is within 1 tile of the hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a stone club. Otherwise, the monster moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. Attack bonus is 7 and damage of 2, and he's worth 3 experience. So that's 3 monsters now that I have that, you know, are going to attack me. There's the Earth Cultist. You can take a look at his mini there. See the front and back of him. He's got a stone club right here. Whammo. So now he goes on to the burn mark. Right there. And that ends the exploration phase. I'm in big trouble because now I got 3 monsters that can come and attack me. This is bad. Let's start the attack on the hero with the water cultist first. So he is within 1 tile. He's kind of in the same tile, so he's going to have to move adjacent to him. So he's going to move there, and he's going to attack me. And he attacks me. Ooh, wrong die. He attacks me with his coral sword, and he can get 2 damage and move me back a tile. Okay, so roll low, come on, just roll low. 8 plus 8 for the attack bonus is 16. I got a 14 armor class, so he definitely hits me. He takes 2 damage from me. Oh boy. Such as that. And he pushes me back a tile. So I get to choose where to push back, as I'm kind of playing both sides here. I don't know. I don't know. See, if I move him back here, then he's out of range of him. But he's going to be able to attack, and he's a pretty strong guy, the Earth Elemental. Now if I take 3 more hits, I'm dead. I take 2 more hits and I'm dead. Man, I'm in trouble. Like, I think this game is over. That is my prediction here. Oops, I hit the camera. Sorry guys. So, he pushed him back a tile. So right there. He can't push me through a locked door because it's locked, unfortunately, so he pushes me that way. So the Earth Cultist can take 2 damage from it. That's all it's going to take though to kill me. It's only 2 more damage. Alright, so let's move on to the Earth Elemental. Now, he's not within 1 tile from me, so what he does is he moves 1 tile. So he's going to have to go right here. And that's his end of his turn. But then it's on to the Earth Cultist with this stone club. So he's going to move adjacent to me, which is right there. And he attacks me. And it's a +7 to his attack with 2 damage. So if he hits me here, I'm dead. I'm so dead if he hits me. I need to roll low so I can get out of there. 7. And 7 is 14. Oh no, because I only got an armor class of 14. So that means he hits me. And he kills me. Oh, I can't believe this. This is the 2nd time playing. And I fail for the 2nd time. Like, before I go on to the next game box adventure system that I'm going to play, I have to win the first solo mission. So I'm going to play this again. Should I chance trying it with a different character? No. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to play the same mission. I'm going to use the same character. But there's going to be a change because this is kind of more advanced because I'm only using 1 heal surge token. So the next game that you're going to see me play, I'm going to add another heal surge token to it. Because I think I made it a little too difficult with only 1 healing surge token. Or I'm just really bad at rolling. Either way, I think I'm just bad at rolling. So anyhow there, Board Game Maniacs, you can see the 2nd attempt at trying to beat the solo mission, A Day in the Life of a Hero from Wrath of Ashardalon. It's the D&D adventure board game system by Wizards of the Coast. Oh, this is bad. I totally messed it up, as in I get killed. Like, he's gone. He's dead. And the monsters, they just, you know, they devour my body and they skin me out. No, not skin me alive because I'm dead. They skin me and they use my bones to make other weapons for them. Yeah, lovely. Anyhow, so Board Game Maniacs, I hope you enjoyed this failed attempt to try and beat this game for the 2nd time. 3rd time, I'm doing 2 heal surge tokens when I play this again. So if you have any questions or comments, you know, leave it down below the video. If you haven't seen the first part of this video, which is my first attempt, which also failed, find it into the BoardGameManiacs page on YouTube. Click on it and just enjoy the video. And if you enjoyed this one, give it some thumbs up. Show the love by subscribing and sharing it and telling all your friends. And again, this is the holiday season, so happy holidays to everybody. And most importantly of all, be a maniac. See you next time in the dungeon.